Hi everyone, welcome back to Instabatch. This is the channel where we're gonna keep it real about the gig economy life. Today we're doing a weekly review and I'm gonna explain why I got kicked out of Shipt. Alright, let's get into it. So Shipt, for those who don't know, that's the app where you mostly do shopping at Target. Well, at least in my area. Sometimes I got Best Buy and Food for Less. It was weird. But Target was definitely a go-to. I'm honestly a little bit bummed out because the reason I got kicked out was because the service wasn't a par. And I'm so embarrassed to tell you that. You know what though? I'm not gonna lie. Shipt was my fourth or fifth app that I would use because I wouldn't get it consistently. Even if I would schedule myself in there, it wasn't always consistent until I really started doing one or two here and there. But it took me forever to shop the location. I'm not as familiar with Target as I am with Walmart or any of the other grocery stores. So when I found it difficult, I didn't do enough of them, so I didn't get the practice of it. And then I was doing multi-apps. So sometimes I would get a Grubhub, and that to me is a priority, the food. So I would take that and then deliver the Instacart and then deliver the shipped item. So it's kind of like a triple batch, but without the timing. And I think that's what messed me up. Every report I got was like on time. Nope. So my bad, take it from me. That's why Instabatch is a channel, so you can learn from my mistakes, because I do plenty.
Are you gonna subscribe to my channel? I would really appreciate it.
Okay, here's the thing though. I never really saw Shipt as super beneficial. Most of the orders I would get are like $6 for 12 items, 10 miles. And honestly, for me, it was never worth it, especially when it's competing against Instacart, you know? With Instacart, I would get $30 batches, $60 batches, no comparison. If anything, I'll get like a $20 batch, but way further away and like for 50 items shopped at Target. On Shipt, that's bananas.
Oh, Target, sweet Target, my cart ran so deep through aisles of wonders while half awake sheep. My batches were rocky, my timing was rough. Shipt said no thanks, guess I wasn't enough. I'll miss your red shirts and the dollar bin glow, the snack runs, the toy hunts, the magical flow. It was a quick fill-in, a wild retail affair. Now it's back to the curb, but I'll always care.
Forgive me, Shipt, por favor. So for sure, Instacart became my bread and butter. Then Grubhub, because it's like quick, you know what I mean? I just pick up the food and then go deliver it. I also have Roadie, and I used to do Postmates back in the day. I'm also doing Turo and Mercari, so I was juggling a lot of stuff, so no wonder, I messed up with Shipt. I wish I would have focused a little bit more. So now I'm definitely gonna prioritize my service on the platforms that I'm gonna be using, Instacart and Grubhub. I think what really happened was I got too comfortable multi-apping, I would be running Grubhub delivery, trying to finish an Instacart batch, and then sneak in a Shipt order in there. But honestly, the food delivery, like Grubhub, it's always the priority for sure, especially with hot foods. And I'm not trying to mess around with some of the meals. That's a bad look. So food delivery, number one. Then Instacart, I'm so familiar with it that, yeah, no, that's my bread and butter. Shipt was hard to navigate.
Always learn the layout of your Target store. Most Target's locations organize their stores similarly, with groceries on one side and clothing on the other. So start your shopping in grocery section first, since it's usually the heaviest and the coldest items. Work your way towards lighter, non-perishable items. It'll save you some time and keep frozen foods from, getting melted and stuff. Yuck.
So naturally, Shipt kept getting bumped down to third priority because the pay wasn't all that great, I thought. And you add the fact that I'm covering a big area like the Antelope Valley. There's quite distance here. Yeah, so the delays for sure were gonna happen and did, and that's why I lost my Shipt. But also, I'll admit, in the beginning, I was horrible shopping at Target. It's so different. It's not the same as shopping at Walmart, even though it's cleaner. Walmart seems to be like more organized. Like their signages are clear. In Target, they're like little circles. And then they jump from like W43 to a different letter and number. So I had trouble with that. And they were out of stock. Like they were never stocked up. So it was a process. It was a little bit different. So I never took the time to really study that one.
Can you see those tiny little numbers? Ya estoy viejito, I'm old. Well, this is why it was a little bit challenging for me compared to the Walmart signs. Helen Keller could read those. But what I do like about Target is that toothpaste is not locked up in a glass jail. So it's a little bit more convenient, but harder to find.
So between taking longer in the stores, trying to juggle too much, and making Instacart and Grubhub my main force, it just wasn't good formula for me to be doing Shipt. And eventually, well, I guess I lost. It was my first 50 batches, and I guess overall, I was like barely right there, and they bumped me out. I got a letter too. When I try to fight it, they say I'm permanently banned.
Dear Daniel, your services with us are no longer needed due to the fact that your service absolutely sucked. You're fired and don't show up again.
But hey, that's the name of the game, I think that 2 apps is honestly enough. I do pretty good. Like my goal is $300 a day. Between Instacart and Grubhub, I got this. 3 or more apps, oh, you're asking for trouble because of the timing, you guys. Your customers are expecting fast, reliable service. And unless you have like a dialed in system, let me know. Help a brother out because I want to make more money. So moving forward, I've learned my lesson. Instacart and Grubhub. Those are my ride or die apps. I gotta take care of those. Great service. Okay, that's where we're gonna focus here. Make sure you take those lessons that they have. It's like working at a Walmart, working at a big box. They have you do all these training videos. That's all these videos are, like 1-2 minutes. Take your time, and then let me know what you think. Comment below. So please follow me here on Instabatch, like and subscribe. And let's see how this all plays out, you know? I'm going to try to share more stories with you guys, a lot more of the things that I learned. Not necessarily just money, because I see it's out there and it's catchy, and I don't want to tell you, yeah, you can make this much money on one of these platforms, because I think it's different strategies in different places that you work in. So in California, I'm assuming it's busier than I would say like a Utah. But I've worked in Utah, and as long as you're parked where Instacart is telling you, where Grubhub hotspots are, you'll get something. You just gotta schedule yourself, be available, okay? And please remember the 4 keys: safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're down, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure on Instabatch.